I don't have chat available. God damn it. Hey, what's up, Space Dogs? God damn it. Gotta be careful about pressing buttons. Oh, god damn it. There. Oh. Of whom will go out into the world. Yeah, I gotta just be right back, though. And then we're gonna be ready. Okay. So, we're just gonna go on a short little stream. About like an hour or so. I guess that's not short. But I need to set up my backpack. And I might have a battery pack. It should be fine. Yep. No. Okay, here we go. Let's plug in. Okay, we're charging. I can't see the preview video if I'm looking at chat. Because in this thing I have set up, I have it custom RTMP so that it can be on Restream. But unfortunately, that means that I can't look at it. Won't let me look at chat. So I need to set up my backpack so I don't have all the stuff connected. And I have it. Oh, it's in the battery. Oh, I disconnected it. There. Okay. There. And I think we're good to go. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna shorten the cable. I feel like I'm like got a Ghostbusters pack on or something. Okay, so we're gonna hide for a little bit. I just kind of keep things a little secret. Okay, and we're off. Okay. Okay.
I finally got it.
I'm online. I'm live. I'll be back in like an hour.
Looks good.
You know, I don't need your commentary.
I like that.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I wonder who I got it from.
Let me check.
Yeah, it's gotta stay safe and all that. Let me get back into the public. yeah, I'd like to do more IRL stuff. Now, although honestly, I guess there really is no point in like, because I'm not driving, you know. I gotta get like, you know, a little bit far away from my house. A little bit, you know. Out on an adventure, out in the wilderness. Rebecca goes out into the wild. Okay, I think I can't even see the chat here. It's so bright. And it doesn't help that I got like stuff in my hands. So I'm gonna sit down for a bit. I'll sit down, but I'm gonna kind of stay still for a bit. I guess I gotta set my stuff down on this rock. I don't want it to break. I just don't want to bring it with me. Unless I can put it there. And here, what's going on here? Twitter authenticator. What? Okay. What happened? Okay, here we go. What's up, chat? Login will expire. Oh. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Just kind of have this, you gotta dream big. Okay. Fuel up. It's pretty good. Yeah, I got it from a friend. Yeah, it really sucks about the heat wave space ducts. But I'm glad you're spending time with me. Really good candy bar. I usually try not to eat sugary things too much. It hurts my teeth. And I am diabetic. So, you know, it kind of be like that. Sometimes it be like that. Yeah, today I actually like I need to like stop caring what other people think. Because a lot of the time, you know, I go for a walk and I'm like, oh, you know, people are watching me, and like I think like doing stuff like doing IRL, having my selfie stick and stuff, it makes me I mean, obviously maybe some people think it's like weird or whatever, but I should stop caring what other people think. I don't know if I'm still connected. Um, yeah, I mean, I went for a walk and I was like dancing. And people probably thought it was weird, but I don't care. I need to be happy. And sometimes being stupid makes me happy. Maybe not all the time, but a lot of the time. Mm, yeah. Looks like I'm still live. I guess it also has a tripod. Oh, I forgot my water. Oh well. Oh, just my teeth hurt. Ah. Yeah, whenever I have like a candy bar and like chocolate gets stuck, ugh, it hurts. Ugh. I usually don't eat candy. There's some sugar in the kombucha, but ugh, I don't know. I think it's fine. Mm. A nice, beautiful day. Ugh. Ba-dum. Yeah, I worked a little bit on my article. I'm almost done with it. I got to do. Then I got to type it in. I'm gonna revise it a bit. I got therapy in about an hour though. And then we might go on another adventure. I think we're gonna go somewhere like on a bus before I go live. Yeah, you got to see the beautiful nature. The nature of nature is that it's natural. Hello. still there, Space Ducks? I mean, it said I was connected, so I just don't know if the chat's working. It should be. Oh, hiss up, ooh. The Adventure Tomb Raider. Yeah, for sure. Can't always see chat because it's a little bright. Ideally, I think I would have a second phone to like look at chat. Like, I don't know, a little bit too much. Yeah, let's go. Let's go over here. You got some kind of there's a bird there. Look at the bird. What's this? It looks like some kind of grave or something. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna pay my respects to whoever lies here. You are remembered, whoever you are. Or it's like a homeless encampment. Probably don't want to go too far here. Or a party encampment, I don't know. The Adventure's Tomb Raider is on her way again. Again. Yeah, we're out here again in the wilderness. We're in the wilderness where there's poop on the ground. Not everything is as it seems. Those are blackberries. They're red and green. From what I remember, that's not the color of blackberries. Bing ba doop boop boo ba doop boop boo ba doop boop. Yeah, we should have enough charge, even without the battery pack. But I am connected to a battery pack, so I don't know how much charge is left. I think it was a halfway on the battery pack. Either way, we're not going for long today. We're just going for like at most like an hour. Just you know, I got a new selfie stick and it's got like a nice little arch, like kind of stabilizer thing, and you know, I just thought it would be nice to give it a try. And I got a new case. You know that you know, so it's like it'll protect my phone if it falls. You know. So beautiful. Like, look at how beautiful everything is. When you go outside, you see all that life has to offer. All right, Rebecca, like, come on. It's just outside. It's just nature. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, okay? It's just outside. Why would you want to be outside when you have an Xbox? Okay. The great outdoors. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself because I am learning how to, you know, get out of my shell and, you know, get out of my comfort zone and do things that are like not always 100% comfortable, but it's like, really in order to grow, you have to be a little bit uncomfortable, so that you can, improve and you can get stronger. And, like, kind of starting to make a new friend. Making new friends is really hard for me. So I've known one of my neighbors for like a year, and we just like kind of went out and just got like a kombucha, and it was just normal. I felt all awkward because I'm not used to being around new people. Like, it takes me a long time to warm up to new people. I mean, it took me 3 years to be comfortable with streaming, I mean, I guess I got comfortable pretty soon. Like, when it's stuff on my own, it's usually easier, right? Like, it's kind of a process. Like, if I'm doing something on my own, I can get a lot more comfortable sooner. Like, if it's something I've never done before, it might be a little hard, but when there's other people involved, it's like I have to think about it. The 3 year, Rebecca. Yeah, this is like the 3 year point. Pretty much. Like, I guess in like a month, like in a month and a week or so, it will be 3 years since I changed my name. Since I've gone by Rebecca. And 2 years, 11 months on hormones. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Getting facial surgery in like 4 months. It's going to go by really quick. And I'm staying healthy and staying strong. And a lot of good things are happening in my life, and I try to remember that. Because I'm starting to build new habits, and 2 days ago I started a new habit of, I got a special bag that has all my writing stuff in it, like my notebooks. It has my tablet. I didn't bring my tablet this time because I'm streaming. I forgot. I could have brought it. I just forgot. And like a Bluetooth keyboard, so I can actually technically draft things in my notebook or on the phone or on the tablet. Get a draft. Then transcribe it to a document, revise it, and publish it all from this backpack. So literally, I can go anywhere, and as long as I at least sometimes have access to a connection, at least sometimes, like as long as I can find a Wi-Fi or I get signal enough to upload a document to WordPress, then I can upload to my blog. And I'm literally location free. I could travel and IRL stream. There's all these sorts of things I could do in my life, and whether or not I'm financially successful is not even part of my definition. Obviously, that's the goal. I want to grow my blog and grow my audience for my stream and stuff like that, and my YouTube. But that takes time, and that takes a lot of luck. But for me, definition is defined. I mean, success is defined as being able to finish something that I set out to do, because that's my biggest challenge. Is I'm willing to do stuff, but I'm never really fulfill it to completion. And kind of like the article I'm writing, which I'm almost done. I need like 2 paragraphs or so left, and then I'm going to edit it and then publish it. And I also need to, one of my first article on my blog was about publishing anyway. Like, even if I think it's bad, even if I think it's not perfect, because I just have to keep writing and practicing to completion. Because if I just keep waiting until some magical moment when something's perfect, it's never going to happen. Because it's never going to be perfect. You know, it's always going to be like, you know, one more thing I could do. And I just have to kind of bring it to a point where I'm satisfied. And then just put it out there in the algorithm. It'll be on, you know, I can, you know, blast it out to my social media, but also it gets put into an algorithm with tags. People will find it on Google, you know. If I write enough of a varied amount of topics and find my niche, just kind of, I guess, wellness, I guess. I guess it seems like the most things I write about is self-improvement and self-actualization. And it's kind of more of a blog. But it's also like I'm trying to write something that other people can use to try to improve their own life. And I'm not making any promises. I'm not trying to like sell myself as some kind of, you know, perfect example of what it means to be a human being or anything. But it's more like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of my niche is self-improvement and wellness. And I know it's kind of cliche, but you know, it works. And a lot of people like reading it. You know, I'm not trying to sell myself as some sort of, you know, like life coach or anything. You know, I think that's the difference is when people try to sell themselves off as like an expert or as like some kind of whatever. I think that's when it becomes a problem. I mean, obviously they don't care about it. They don't care what people think. But you know, it does work. You know, if you get enough, if I write enough about wellness and about diet and exercise and self-improvement, attitude and also, of course, my short stories and my novels will still continue to, like, I'll still work on those. And for short stories, I'm literally going to be publishing those as well. So, you know, self-publishing on my blog. So, you know, like, the more I put out there, the more discoverability you have, you know, the more you get yourself into the algorithm. So it's like, I just need to finish because I'm not worried if I keep writing and I have confidence in my writing. People generally seem to think that I'm really good at writing. I don't feel that way, but that's what people say. And so I should probably trust them. I don't feel like I'm a very good writer, especially because my definition of success is actually finishing and publishing. Because it's one thing to be a good writer, but if you never publish, then it doesn't matter, in my opinion. But obviously it does matter because every time I write something, I get better. It doesn't matter if I finish it or not. Just doing the activity improves it. But I think it's time to really get myself into a work habit where I can sustainably write at least 3 articles a week about something, you know, whether it's like current events, whether it's about like whatever I'm thinking about, even just like a few words of like, hey, I'm not feeling too great this week, but, you know, here's a thing about how to get through, you know, depression or like, you know, something like that, you know, because that's literally what I'm working with. So it's like I'm literally documenting my current process of writing and like applying it. So it's like actual application. It's not just some made up thing. It's like literally me putting it to practice. And I think the more that I do that, the easier it'll get. And of course, the more discoverability I'll get. Because, you know, if I have my blog, it's like literally out there on Google. People search these topics and, you know, my blog will potentially come up. Which means that people will discover my YouTube and my stream and stuff like that. Which means that I'll have more people to hold me accountable. That's really it. Like, you know, Space Ducks, you know, Uwu, like all of you guys who show up, you know, like I feel like I'm like, you hold me accountable. You know, you're like my imaginary like guardians or whatever. You're not imaginary. but I kind of see it as like you guys are like my little guardians. And you make sure that I keep having remembering that there's somebody out there who cares about what I have to say. The Rebecca regulars, yes. And I the other, now I have like this bag that I can literally work from, and it's like it's always been an option. It's always been there, but it's like it takes like actually applying it, and it's only been like a few days, so it's like I need to like kind of slow down and realize like, hey, like I've already basically finished an entire article. Like it's only been like since Wednesday, like you've assigned me as your guardian to protect the Rebecca from from those people, from the brigaders. And the thing is like it's just like what happened with Keffels, which I didn't quite understand what was going on with her because I thought she was like one of those toxic political people, and maybe she is, I don't know. I flipped through some of her streams. She's actually seems pretty like collected. So I think a lot of it was probably just what other people were saying. And the thing about the swatting incident, it's literally like a federal crime, and I think it's a federal crime in Ontario. Somebody, obviously they did it anonymously, but whoever they are, they're probably going to go to prison for a very long time. They deserve to. They committed a serious crime. She could have lost her life. It definitely like made her go through a lot of unnecessary trauma. And these people need to, be held accountable for their actions. And I feel like it needs to be taken more seriously because people are like, the law enforcement is still catching up to the reality we live in. It's like, there's a lot of people out there, they say, oh, you're a streamer, what is that? Or they're like, oh, why don't you get a real job? And it's like in today's world, it is totally a real job. And some people are able to make it work really well. Like millionaire kind of well, So it's like, it's just kind of ridiculous that their assumption is that it's just some crazy hobby. That like, oh, if you don't want to be harassed, don't be on the internet. It's like, no, how about we hold people accountable? And if that means that we do have to lose our anonymity, I really do feel like you should have to give somebody on a platform, like I know it's like kind of like a thing that nobody really wants to acknowledge, but anonymity comes at a price. That if we allow anonymity, we're going to allow people who wish to do people harm more power. And so unfortunately, especially in today's age, there's so many people that can just make anonymous accounts endlessly and harass people, which means there might have to be some legislation changes in a lot of countries, because streaming is not going anywhere. Like internet careers are not going anywhere. They're only getting stronger. There's only more people showing up. And so if people should be held accountable the same ways they should out in public. And it's like, the law enforcement needs to catch up. If you're harassing someone on a bus station, you're probably going to get arrested. Screaming in someone's face or, even physically harming them. It's like there should be some accountability, at least some. And, like if it means that you have to, use your real name, at least somewhere, like you can use an anonymous username, but at least like on the platform, you might have to like verify your identity, with like a driver's license or whatever. And as crazy, like, as that sounds, like as like terrifying as that sounds, we already know the alternative is allowing people to just have no accountability. And it's probably not as bad as you think it is. I mean, people use their real name on Facebook. And I don't know, I feel like the thing, the legal system needs to catch up to the times. And Keffels did not deserve any of that. And, even if she likes using slurs or whatever, which, besides just the example of slurs used against her, I mean, she like literally like said the F slur, the FA slur, like on YouTube. I don't like hearing that word at all. Even if it is, about what something else, like you can just say F slur. You don't have to say the word. Because words do have harm. And yeah, you could, you can kind of like build a defense against it, but nobody should be like forced to do that, against their will. And, I do kind of have mixed feelings about like content warnings or trigger warnings or whatever. But at the end of the day, somebody should, like, if there's going to be something extremely gory or extremely graphic in any way, somebody should know, like, that before they click on it, Because there's certain things that just, you don't know the status of somebody's mental health. Like, what if somebody sees something and it sets off a whole series of traumas and they have to be hospitalized? You never know. And obviously it's, you could say it's not really your responsibility. In a lot of ways it's not. But at the same time, like, there are things that we can do that make it a little bit better. And I feel like Twitch can do better, YouTube can do better, everywhere can do better. And I feel like, there should be some real like legislation about people committing, like, obviously it's already a federal crime in a lot of countries to participate, to do swatting and stuff like that. It's very illegal, and yet people still do it. And people, and I think with this whole new thing, I think this might be the straw that breaks the camel's back, because the trans community is very unified. And honestly, I mean, I whether I want to or not, I'm part of the trans community just by being trans. I don't consider myself a part of the political community online, but just by being who I am, I'm a part of it. There's people out there who want to fight for change, and there's a lot of them, people like Keffels, and I feel like the community is not going to back down from this, because her life was in danger. Like, and she had her stuff taken from her, like her stuff that she needed to work. Like her phone and her computer, she had to replace with a GoFundMe, and then her GoFundMe got like mass reported and all that. So like all this mass reporting and hate raids, it's more than just people saying bad words or whatever. It's way more than that, because it's like people literally harassing people and threatening their lives, but also threatening their like basic their livelihoods. People who rely on being able to have access to the internet to do their job. And I think this might be the straw that broke the camel's back. The trans community will not back down, and I know this. Obviously, I'll just do my part, which is kind of on the sidelines. I'm kind of more of I'm not really actively involved. I'm not part of the debate community. I don't want to run for office. I kind of just want to live my own life in peace. And honestly, I shouldn't be forced to get into politics. I don't think anybody should have to. But I can write my books. I can have my podcasts or whatever. That's my contribution. Just existing and being out there. And hopefully, obviously it's always enough. Like, no matter what you do, it's enough. Being alive is enough. You shouldn't have to earn the right to there's basic inalienable rights that everybody should have, even if you're a shitty person. Like, I don't care if somebody, like, there's certain things there's certain repercussions for your actions, but, in the end of the day, you should never have, like, you should always have, like, basic access to, like, water and food and shelter. Like, even if you've done terrible things. You're a human being. Hey, what's up, Nodark? I'm good. I'm actually feeling really good today. I'm getting out of my comfort zone a bit. Are you hiking? Kinda, yeah. I'm just kind of like outside and kind of walking back and forth and IRL doing IRL stuff. But yeah, you know, it's only been like 2 days since I've like started my new process for writing. Which is I get my notebook out. You know, I have it in my backpack now, and I literally have a location-free ability to work. And it's like I want to like be able to work from anywhere. Like I want to travel and meet people. I'm very extroverted, but because of autism issues, it's very hard for me to get out there. And like kind of acting like an idiot helps. Like, you know, walking around with the selfie stick, it kind of makes you an asshole, I guess, but you know, it makes me get out of my comfort zone. And it makes me experience new things that I otherwise would just stay in my room depressed. But I'm very extroverted naturally. Like, I'm just naturally extroverted. But autism issues kind of make me introverted against my will. And I hate it. I hate being alone. I really want to be a part of the world. You know, like Ariel from Little Mermaid. Uh, you know, I really want to be a part of the world. I want to meet new people. Every time I see an IRL streamer, I get so jealous. Because, like, these people are out there meeting people, doing all sorts of things. And it's something that I would like to do. Hey, what's up, Mike? But you know, I'll get there. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, like literally started my new writing process on Wednesday, where like I have my backpack with me. I like travel to a location where it's like I can sit down and write, and I could just put it on my lap. You know, I put the backpack, put the bag on my lap, and I even have like a little like light. You know, I have like a light that can clamp on, and I can just keep it all self-contained inside the bag. You know. Like, I like things that are self-contained. I don't want to have to rely on outside, like, external things. I like to keep myself being the one who's supplying things that I need. That's kind of like my thing. I like to be self-sufficient and self-contained. I don't like to be a problem because, you know, like back... You know, like, I also don't like staying in one spot for too long. Especially when I'm sitting down and like working on something. It brings me a lot of bad memories from when I was homeless and I just kind of hung out at the college. Oh, my clock is yeah. I got about 20 minutes or so. I mean, it just brings back a lot of memories from when I was homeless, like living at the shelters. Like, I would like hang out at the college at the cafe or the library, and it brings back a lot of memories if I stay at one place too long. And maybe I can, you know, grow out of that eventually, but it's just like I feel like I kind of work better that way. Like I kind of sit down, I write for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I put everything away and get moving. You know, go get my blood flowing. And it helps with the writing process, you know, because then it's like you're always like processing things. I thought I dismissed the alert. God damn it. What is going on? There we go. Jeez. What's up, Milan? Yeah, and so it's part of the process. Is I write and then I like write as much as I can, like usually 5 to 10 minutes or so. It goes by really quick. Like I can write like at least a paragraph in like one sitting, and that's like a paragraph more than I had previously. Like little teeny increments. Just one foot in front of the other. And just like you just keep going, and then like eventually you have a completed product. Like eventually I finished my draft, and then it's a different process to publish because I gotta revise it. I gotta type it in because I do it by handwriting, which is that's part of the process too. Because just I'm looking at it and typing it in. I'm already processing how I want it to look, and I might change some things while I'm doing that. But then there's another process of revising where I kind of take a break and I come back to it and like say, you know what, maybe I don't need to keep this paragraph in, or maybe I need to add an extra paragraph at this spot or whatever. And you just do that. You just kind of like incrementally do it until it's like some kind of satisfactory stage. At some point I can't just do that infinitely. There's got to be a point where I have to be like, you know what, this is good enough to publish. And then I just do a proofread, and then I just publish it to send it to my phone, or if it's not already on my phone, and then just upload it to WordPress to my blog, RebeccaLauren.com. Literally do it all from this backpack. As long as I have an internet connection to upload it. But everything I can do before that, I can do offline. I can do as long as I have like, battery power, I can type it in. But like even that, all I need is my pen and paper, which I have. And I might run out of pen and paper, but I have extra notebooks. And I keep a couple notebooks, so I could even in emergency, if I filled out an entire notebook for one thing, I could in emergency use some of the notebooks that I have for my novel or for my journal. But by then I could replace it. I could even like find a store to buy a new one if I was nowhere near like a hotel room or at my house or whatever. I get just, like I have extra notebooks. I already have like unused ones at my home. And like all I have to do is just keep writing, because the at no point is the writing going to stop. I can do, whatever I'm going to do with it later, that's something else. I could at least write it down. And I like handwriting because it's self-sufficient. I don't need anything but pen and paper, and I have extra pens too. And I could always get more. I don't need to worry about it. I need to stop worrying. Because I end up worrying about like, oh, what if I run out? I'm not going to run out, okay? And if I do, I could just buy a new one. like, come on. And if I'm doing like writing in like short bursts anyway, then that's I'll know way ahead of time whether or not I'll need to replace it. Whether I need to go back to my house to get it, or whether I need to buy a new one or whatever. Like, I'll have plenty of time. So it's like I need to stop worrying about that kind of stuff. Like, come on, Rebecca, stop worrying about the stuff you don't need to worry about. Come on. You got plenty of stuff going on that you have. And it's a very strong skill of being able to process and communicate your thoughts, especially in writing, which is kind of a rare skill for some people. Like there's not, I take it for granted, but there's not a lot of people out there who are able to write the way I am. I can do it very easily. Not only that, I can, very good spelling and pretty eloquent, I think. Although that's technically used for speaking. I'm going to do just fine. You know, I'm only 34 years old. I got my whole life ahead of me, and the only thing keeping me down right now is just my living situation and lack of a decent income. Like, I have SSI, but that's not really something that I can live on. It's something that's gonna, like, it's just kind of helping me get by. It's not gonna upgrade my life, you know. But I have a lot going for me. You know, I have actual skills, and I just need to put them to work. You know? And I think really focusing on developing a sustainable process for my writing to add articles to my blog, it's a huge start that I could really focus on and really get a lot of work done. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna head out. So thank you all for stopping by. Make sure to follow me on all my socials, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later. You know, I might stream later. I might not. I'm probably not. I mean, I might IRL stream, but I don't know if I'm gonna regular stream. This is kind of tiring. I think I'm just kind of like gonna spend the rest of the day kind of going on a private adventure, but I don't know. I'll bring the stuff with me. I'll charge my battery pack, and maybe we will go on an adventure together again. But until then, see you next time.